Hello everyone. Uh, let's hope it's working. Well, anyway, let's get started. Today's topic about investing. How to properly understand what you should do from season 1, season 2, season B2. And if you have been investing before, how to fix your mistakes if you have bad calls. And above all, how to understand carefully your problems and to overcome it if you are having issues about investing in general. Investing is not about also money, but it can be your time, your efforts. What is the example? What I should start to upgrade first on the artifacts of the first season artifacts, or the next, or the beyond. How can I understand carefully my worth, all my gems? How to properly understand how to use them carefully? I'm low spender. I want to understand what I can make as a gain. Everything like that can be fixed. So let's get started. First things first. Everyone who used to play the game, understand carefully what I'm going to write here. All you need to do is to make a list of how things you need to make. Of things you must complete in every season to make sure you stick around. So number one, season one. Let's make it easier. Season one. What are the things you must work on as number one in that season? VIB level 8. At the start of the season, this is your top priority. VIB level 8. And for those who don't like mix it on it, in every game there's a VIP system, which is here membership system. Membership level here it is 9. So why it's important to have level 8? First of all, at season 1, this is basically your earning. If you reach it to this point, you have 10% research speed, which is critical, training speed, building speed, gather overall speed. All these are good. Production, not even that much to care about. But the most critical point is the first things first, you gain the access to a golden token, which help you improving in daily basis your wanted hero. If I wanted hero from season 1 to upgrade to a some needle or gain some benefits later, At level 9 you gain extra key, but that is optional. So what is the critical? All the time. At season 1 you must hit that town. Why? Second research. Second research. What is the need of second research? If everyone played that game before will understand what I'm saying. And for the news, for the new people, you will always have two chances to get the best trade in the game. So basically, like this, again 2 times. Unlocking the second slot will always boost you in the time itself. So basically, a permanent 50% discount, and you have at your own disposal how you can make it. Someone can make very long time research and finish all the tech of the small, or go as much as they like to the front and finish everything in high speed. In all cases, it benefits you greatly. You can make good research, you can make other stuff. So from our respective view, this is basically your best bet. So from one, now let's go to two. So from one, VIP. Now let's go to number two. What is the most second important thing you can go for? Second, build up, unlocking. When you unlock the second builder, that costs you alone 5,000 gems. And this will cost you, let's return here. I will check this later. Let's check this. Something is wrong. Wait a second. I don't know why the hell it is not working, but anyway, we can jump to another way. Let's go for VIB. VIB, yes. VIB. Level 8 will take cost you 3,050 gems. So alone, from this alone, this is 5,000 gems, and this is 5,000. So the first season alone, you will gain 40,000 gems. You will try your best to get the two together, which is something you will need. Now let's go here. So this alone will cost you 40,000. Second unlock hub, you can spend the money or you can farm gems. And in the two cases, you will gain your rewards. So good luck with your choice. No one can judge you about it. So here comes the third thing. Season 1. All this is what you needed at Season 1. What should I invest? VIP 8. Second building. Why? Fast gaining. You can train everything and upgrade everything at very high speed, which is something important. So for self-development in the game, you will need both. Because unlike other games, there is no such thing as personal buff from the Alliance Tech TV. Like no research speed, no building speed, no extra percentage help from the health itself from the Alliance. So basically, your entire total buffs are related to three: the second slot and the help, because help gives you percentage based on the level. What is the level here? So basically, you have 27% buff speed in research and everything. You have 27%. That's why you must max the alliance building all the time. This self development. So what should I invest again after reaching these two stages? If I am into the list, I add VIP. Okay, it's sold. Golden token permanently all time. Like if you are spending much time in the game, you will understand that. I'm here in my second main account, 253. I gained a little from it, so that means 200 tokens at least, 200 golden tokens while you are keeping up is nice investment. So you won't lose your money here. Actually, it return you the double. Behemoth hunting, everything. So don't worry about gaining 40,000 because many players can gain more than 50 at the first season. But second season and the rest, it is become much far harder. So stick around because season 2 will surprise you about what you should do in it because it become total different. So 40,000 gems will spend on self-development as a basic. This is like the standard. Once you start, these are the first two things you should invest on. Now let's go to the more important stuff. After the basics, you will see by yourself you had big problems. Number one, lack of resources. Because many people suffer a backlash of high speed while not enough resources to upgrade the T4. So number one in all your priority. People will tell you to reach level 21 City Hall. By experience, this is the most wrong thing. Reach City Hall 22 first. Before you try to unlock the T4, which is good. City Hall 22. Why? At City Hall 21. 20, you had 4 armies. 21, you had 5 armies. From 5 armies, 5 armies, 5 armies. So basically, people will tell you reach level 20 because 20 is the number you can unlock buy it this here. So you can have access to this. But at the end of the day, if you don't have 5 full armies, that can at least gather a lot. So you want to suffer from the backlash of the training of units, then you are going to suffer badly. So City Hall 22 is going to be a very, very backbone holding for your own resources, because trust me, it never ends. No matter how much you gather from resources, it will never end. I gathered all that much, and I can't barely support myself because I had too much to spend on. So before you start to suffer the backlash, try to reach the maximum of Hall of Order or the City Hall, according to your own race, respectively. Because once you reach 25, everything becomes crystal clear. For example, if I am spending training, I gain all the buffs and the highest possible training. So if I am going to earn points in the gameplay, I will be the winner all the time. I don't need to suffer from continuous training. I can earn from the first time all the rewards I want. So basically, you are winning in all times and gain much troops than you were expecting, which is critical. Don't underestimate that fact. Add my older games because I didn't play one season in this game. Or new season. I had my other account here. And I use the two as example because the two are fun to play. I didn't spend anything in the game by these two accounts, so I am using them well to make sure I provide credibility to my words. So from fun to play perspective, what should I spend? If I am low spender, if I am well, which these three are your to-do list. And all of this will be colored. I will give them this color as a passive. Like all these, you must give them full T4 with army of 500k cap at least. So these are your basic requirements. Anyone want to play whale, low spender, all the three. These are your top. Now let's go to 5. Low spender. From this line, I will make it another color. To differentiate. Low spender. What should I do every season that will make me gain extra power, extra gains without any worries? First of all, if you are low spender, that means you want to make a needle to your luck. You wanted to gain much better odds. So always go for this. Don't go for this alone. Go for all the odds. So light inspiration. Let's write it. Light inspiration. Light inspiration. Go for this stuff because it will always pay you back. Why? Imagine I am 52. All these words, you have the double of it. All these are chances, extra golden chances that will make you return the investment in much good terms. And if you are having keys from the special keys of events, you can stack them up, project artifact key, to get the artifact you want. Like, I don't want any of the two. I am a mesh player. I don't want these. I can stack up all the keys I want, and I can use them at event I want, and it will be rewarding. So at the end of the day, this is not something you will regret at all. If you are low spender, it won't cost you much, and always paying back. Now this is a good one, but what about the rest? What is the second thing? If I spend on it, I can earn much. People will go for this first thing. For me, it is good, but what can be better? Like, what is the real thing that will make me jump, bounce, and leaps in the game if I have it early? It is a ghost fund. So sexy ghost fund. It will always pay back your entire investment. So imagine all these gems. You have 40,000, 82,000. 82,000 is very nice. And if you have been get at the very early, you can have much to spend on, and you won't care much. Or you can stack up more gems to spend them on something you really desire. Like for example, season tickets, which will give you the early access to gain the chance to get heroes. You will spend a ton of money to gain them freely from Strongest Load. So Strongest Load will be competitive, but will always be problematic. Because imagine you're competing against these people. You won't even get a chance. Let us be honest with each other. This is beyond your wildest imagination to gain. And for what? So the gains compared to the. At the end of the day, it is rewarding, but it's like less than 1% of your gain. So for low spender, he will cry out loud if he didn't get one, at least rank one in one of these events. So not recommended. So you can save more in better things than competing with whales and cry about your small wallet. And you can gain the same benefits. You can gain the same growth rate. Whales, of course, have their own privileges, but you will gain much freedom of choice to pick what you want, which is something I highly like because freedom of choice always makes best of strategies like this. Of course, you will meet season talents once you reach the other seasons. So let's talk about this. You have Dice Inspiration and Ghost Fund. These two will help you Grand God. Then the seven, the one we left in the game. Daily deals will not satisfy you. Advanced monthly pack. This is a better investment. Not to go for basic. Even if you are low spender. If you want to enjoy better game, go for the big always time. Because when you hit big, you go big. And it is give you the double benefit. So at the same time, 30 days. Usually the season was like every 60 days, so it was gonna be beautiful for you. Two times double benefit. But now it is going to be 50 days, so yes, it will be backfiring so, to give it two times. So if you are going to spend a 1 month worth of time, then go bigger and go for this. 30 days, you will gain much better benefits. So yes, highly recommending. This will help you a lot, more than a lot. So we gonna name it monthly packs. Packs. So these are the three. If you lose spender, regardless of what you are going to do in the game, this will affect your entire stuff. Season 1. If you achieved all these, you will hit the win. Now let's go to the win side. If I am high spender, I want to enjoy the game. Or if I am low spender, but I want to get good stuff. Heals. Pick your best heal that you will enjoy in the game. All of them are going to suck a lot. Yeah, let's make it this color. Why heals matter a lot if you are low spender or a whale. Let's go a little bit about it. From all invests, heroes are the most important factor for the game itself, gameplay. It affects your entire style of gameplay. So if you don't pick wisely, it will always backfire on you. You can be a whale who have all things on, but if you don't know what you are investing on, it will always backfire. So that is why I made them in this degree, because at the end of the day, no matter what you are doing in the game, you will gain all the benefits you possibly dream on. And by the way, it's all the minimum. That means if you are training 2 million, you are still winning. This is the least to expect. If you are less than that, you will always regret your difficulty in the next season. Because next season always rough. Very rough. Heroes. Why heroes are here? Because at the next season you have 8 new heroes. You have 2 mages, 2 infantry, 2 cavalry, 2 archers. So what you are spending here will be wasted, or you are going to have extra troop because you train it too much unit and you are going to pay it here. Like I am mage. I spend from season 1 to season 6, which is B2, lots of time. So I got the chance as old player to unlock much of the talents of my basic hero. And that made the fight balanced to me. While others suffer a lot because they didn't even have 5,000 skills, like they didn't unlock the first skill in a hero, and they stuck in the wheel. No, the new hero came, I must change. All the days that they spent the VIP on came backfiring on them. So no matter what you are spending on, you must be careful making the wrong choice. And today's is a topic about investment, so what I am should do be able to do all time. So this is the first things you must do. 9. Artifacts. Artifacts always will help you. Artifacts are the second one, not the first, because if you have the wrong hero, the artifact will be wasted. For example, some artifacts are related to something the hero do. I will give an example here by this. Because if you are not aware enough of the events, let me try to remind by this. Let's read this out. Deals damage to the selected legion. Type physical. 2800. March. Haste. Look here. When Fifraga is in your legions, when casting artifact, these additional damage. 900. If I maxed it, 1800. Plus 5500. So telling me if I didn't use the right hero, I would have wasted 1800 damage. That is a lot. Equally to 25, more than 30%. More than 30% here. That is a lot. So make sure you are investing things right. So this is your first thing. Same here. I want to be Garrison Captain. If I am having the wrong heroes, it will affect badly. It will backfire. Why? Who are the Garrison heroes? Everyone who understands the gameplay will answer this right. Okay. Eliana. Nika. Skogul. Hosk. Madeline. Theodore. Gauch. These are you pick when you are making Garrison hero. Saya is nice, but why it is not good? First of all, requiring in the field. That means it won't be used. When you are having flying unit, it won't be used. This is going to be the only thing used. That is why it is not recommended when you are having a shield. While Madeline, it gives boost. All time, it is keen physical attack. This is not only infantry, cavalry, and archers. So about aka marksman here. That means you have to invest right on specific hero that will grant you the win you desire. So make sure when you are investing and you are investing in the right way. That is why it is good to have them. Because first tank can be made in two ways, garrison and, as you know, archer in the field, attacking all the people as frontliner. Capacity, it doesn't matter. Legion in the field, it won't matter. It is wasted. First of all, this is Legion. 5% counter attack damage, 50%. And 15% HP for infantry. So it is nice to have less death from the garrison. When people try to attack you in garrison situation, many people will try to zero you out. You know, T5 sometimes go berserker or mad and try to solo you. So a little damage for them will make you happy all the time and satisfied. 10% damage reduction. That is excellent for garrison situation. So make sure when you are trying to have your season 1 heroes, this is part of your garrison. Why Ilyana is perfectly for garrison. 500 shield, balance it. 200 physical damage, 200 magic skill damage. That means all time you will do 400 damage. Represented in the groups. If I am having human faction, the Hall of Order, I have two magic units, one celestial, one is a ground unit, which is bestial, and infantry, swordsman, archer, cavalry. These three physical, and the two represent the magic. So Eliana will work in these two and give you 200, and will work on these three and will give you the 200 representing them. That is why it is the best garrison as a skill. Now let's go to the rest. All time attack damage reduction by 30%, which is huge. There are two things give you damage: normal attack and counter attack. The two represent the score you are seeing in the screen. Each one represents a 50-50. If you have high counter attack, you will gain it. If you have less counter attack, you will also gain it by normal damage. That is why the two work perfectly together. So make sure you understand well your highly needs. Heroes are important to invest on, but the question is which hero? Why the hero? And that is the excellent topic. If I am a season 1 player, I will select everything according to the need. So let's get started. Number 1, Garwood is excellent PvE and still useful. Healing will give you good healing, but he will always be bad for PvP fights. Unless you have good Eliana. But still, he will suck a lot. But for season 1, your best investment is actually NECA. Why? NECA work it. First of all, 30% HP reduction. Huge. For all deals, it's huge. 20% attack and 10% motion speed. Counter attack 20%, which is big deal. If you are at the front line and you want to deal multiple damage to all units around you, this is your best pick. And if you have an extra 12-bit, like here I am using this because of the buff, but if I am using this, high counter attack, high skill counter attack, all these offensives calculated together will give you more than 200 skill damage alone. And that in multi cases, because it is counter attack, means it doesn't matter the skill will affect one player, the targeted player. No, it will affect all the players that attacking you. So it is becoming completely random and the effectiveness multiply. So it is 200 per target, but actually it can be 1000 in all targets, which is huge. What is the second hero you can invest on and never get it? Madeline. Madeline is a, like I said, you can garrison it, or you can go full offensive, high capacity, will always pay back 10% on the field, which is huge. Counter attack damage 15%. So basically, if you are having Neka and Madeline, you can make best combo and you can give the highest possible damage. Or you can have Garwood and Madeline. Healing plus shield always gives you good impact. Yeah, it will give you suffering hospital, but it pays back by surviving a lot in the game and you will gain lots of merits in one round. But it will be the first and the final round because basically you are losing more than 90,000 90,000 troops. If your army is become like 200,000 or 300,000. So yeah, you will lose a third of it at least. But your survivability will be huge. You will gain a ton of merit, so it pays back unlike the rest. You can gain a lot more than a lot. And if you max it out, you gain a lot. Now let's go to Husk. If you are a whale and you want to spend on something that pays you back all the time, Husk is your best rally and garrison. When he is in a rally, you gain all this buff. Defense, normal attack. If you want to defense, you can gain it, which is huge. And if you have him and Eliana, it becomes a perfect garrison. All time, so you have 55% defense in all legions, not one legion. All legions against that defense. Army cap doesn't matter. Launching rally doesn't matter for you. When they gain a buff, their normal critical rate is increased by 6%, and their counter attack rate, critical rate, will increase by 6% to a maximum of 30%. That means if I am using a whole pit like this, like the one I showed, counter attack buffs, critical rate, I increase the critical damage of a hero, I increase the critical rate of a legion. Legion will win. This won't work unless if I am having a skill hero, and the keyword is physical. So yes, artifacts will play a critical role because if you want to invest in something that pays you back, you must think carefully. Because many things you will spend on and will be regrettable to choose from. So make sure you are using your artifacts right. If you have, let's say you are having a collection of artifacts, you will realize by time that 2 out of 30 artifacts are the most usable. So don't waste your time by spending on multiple artifacts and at the end of the day you don't get any benefit. That will make you hate the game. And we don't want you to hit the game. We want you to win the game. So make sure you are investing right all time. Now let's go to the next thing. So this is season 1. Let's go to season 2. At season 2 you are having Gauch, for example, like I mentioned, you are having new tasks. If you manage to reach all these as a fun to play, congratulations, you did something right in your life. So I am season 2. I want to gain all the benefits. It become optional task. It is not anymore something you need to work at, but it is something you will be happy to have. Number one, season tickets. That sounds weird, but it is actually very good. And allow me to explain it for you. Why season tickets are important? Let's say I don't want the hero of season 2. I want to invest on the mages of season 3 automatically because season 3 is coming anyway. So season 3 will have his own mages. And if I am going to spend in mages, which is something will happen after 3 seasons. Because from season 1, you gain the leadership, then you started to gain the new heroes. Whom are at season 1 plus, you gain the archers. Season 2, you gain the cavalry. Season 2 plus, you gain infantry. Season 2 plus plus, which is T1, you gain it the mages. And this season you started to again to return to the cycle of season 1 plus, which is Archer. So you have 4 seasons to change your hero or to get the new hero, which will backfire anyone who was investing in the first season. So for season 2, season tickets, which will allow you the access to gain the extra heroes, will always be the win. Now let's go to the second point. I unlocked season tickets. I bought as much as I could. What is now? Fun to play. Don't spend any gems on anything else beyond season tickets unless it is the hero you wanted to choose for all time. Like I got Skogul. Someone who doesn't want infantry can get Fandel or can another heroes. So season tickets are important, but your personal investments can come later because at the end of the day you won't regret your choice if you saved your season tickets. Saving season tickets will pay back once you wanted to increase your chances of unlocking the wanted hero in the future. Like this hero is worth my investment. Instead of spending a lot, 6,000 gems, and I got to harm. So it pays back. Season tickets always pays back. Now let's go to the second target. VIP Advanced. Or let's make it leveling. Let's make it much better. If I wanted to spend much better here and gain access to this, so VIP leveling will always be beneficial because the more you are getting gold in the game, the more rewards you can get. Like VIP 9 gives me access to grant many keys, and in my quest and grinding keys, I gain extremely more chances to get golden tokens. Golden tokens will upgrade my primary heroes. Heroes gains extra levels. Extra levels gives me more skills. More skills gives me good quality time. Like here, it is 5, 2, 2, 4. Here, little time on it investing. Here, without any spending. or using VIP without using VIP, without using VIP. This is not VIP. Without using VIP, with using VIP, without using VIP. That means many chances. So keep grinding your own golden keys because it will pay back all time. It always pay back. So if it is rewarding, it's good. So now we finished VIP leveling, and to show more to understand why VIP leveling is good. This is level 9. I gain golden key. Two golden keys. Still two golden keys, but I gain attack buff. Two golden keys and one artifact key, which is huge deal. Not underestimate it. 5% research always will help a lot because once you reach that stage, we are talking about long-term researches that cost a ton of seasons and amount of time and speed ups and everything to smalling it down. Even smalling it body one day will always pay back massively. Because in order to gain this 4% buff, I must convince this. And easier access to T5. Because T5 always is a long road. You don't want to cut it short and you don't want to spend too much time regretting your choices. So again and again, always think carefully about that. So VIP and season text. Season text, excellent hero you can pick by saving up. VIP, excellent upgrading and payback in long-term investment. Like the bank account, you put your money in it and will give you rewards accordingly. Hello, Batman. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. No live, no need for recording this stuff. Because at the end of the day, it will be not easy to filter it out. And if someone wanted to ask something, it will be much more easier to answer him in live streams than answering in comments. So it is more effective. If you want to ask about investments too, feel free. Like I just started to make the season one. I explained it carefully why each one benefit. I am now at season two and will move along like to the count. The current season is B2. I will jump T1. I will explain things about B2. So feel free to ask. So season tickets and VIP leveling because these two are your top things to invest. That is fun to play. Lost Bender, Whale, the heroes and artifacts and general information. So now, second thing, pick one hero. Why this is important? You will always suffer the backlash of the advancement of heroes. Because Season 2 had 8 heroes. Season 1 had many heroes, but you have golden keys to give them. But Season 2 doesn't have keys. You want to get your heroes from them. So in order to get Season 2 heroes, you must select a specific one, and by that choice you move on. For example, many people selected Fafaga. First of all, Nico is your only outshot hero at Season 1, unless you want to spend on Kinawa. But Kinawa already passed its age. You are now, after 60 seasons, you have Fafaga. Fafaga gives you good trade. Nico gives you good counter attack. Kinawa gives you counter attack. It is excellent, 60%, huge. But at the end of the day, Fafaga works. Gives you defense and gives you that. Basically, something you will need all time. If you are outshot player, you will win. If you are not outshot player, you will also keep winning, increasing your chances. Future investment. If you don't like it, you can cancel it and go for Zaida, the new hero, the new wheel. You can get its buffs, you can get its good stuff. Because now in the new season you have Zaida is hero gives you passive abilities, so it is excellent also. You can cancel going for it and go for something you like. If you are an infantry player, Skogul is highly recommended because Skogul is PvP, gives you HP bonus on the battlefield, gives you also HP bonus. That means 25% and 10% and the lowest rate. So it is excellent. Now here comes the question. All heroes are good. What should I pick? Pick what match your type. Because at the end of the day, when you are investing in heroes, it becomes much vary according to strategy. For example, I am mage player. I like shooting and doing massive damage from the outer. So I deal splash damage. That is why I pick Wilder. And I team it with Venom. And from that team, I gain many good kills. But there is another good DPS team. Asios plus Veteran. Asios, high range, Veteran, high damage, and gives you stacks, high damage. All these makes synergy with each other. But at the end of the day, pick what match your qualification and your time. You have to think carefully about the word time. Because people who didn't play Season 1 Plus got the backlash of 60 days compared to the other players. New players, Season 1, Season 2. All the players, Season 1 Plus, Season 2. Season 1 Plus affected my favorite character. Wilder, of course. Balanced and perfectly matched. And to the fact that they nerfed him. This was 800. It becomes 700. Why? HP bonus. Attack. Gives you skill damage. Gives you a shield. Plus, the talent tree that gives you shield already. Double shield. Double shield is excellent. And it gives you synergy. Excellent synergy with villain. Because if you max it villain, 400 damage every time. Wilder is my favorite. Second to him, ironically, but I don't even thought about it before, but Eliana. Yeah, Wilder is my best hero because at the end of the day, he is well done. 3 damages, 4 legions attack, the target plus 3. Each one of them will get the 700 damage. It won't be less. That is big deal. It doesn't get nerfed by a skill reduction. That means 4 multiplied in 700 is OP damage. People don't realize that. That is high damage. The highest skill damage in the game. This at magic. And gives me excellent trade. While on the other hand, the other heroes. Wife Figure plus Sindon. Sindon is one of my most unwanted heroes because his attack is ridiculous. It is 400, but in reality, 4000. Yep, as you heard it. 4000 skill damage. First of all, he gives additional normal damage. Repeat fire. So that gives you duration. Okay, that is excellent. But here, 5 critical hits. Lands from normal attack damage, they give additional damage. With someone like Fifaga, which gives you 60% critical rate, that is an insane amount of damage. Because people forget critical rate equation. Normal damage multiplied in 2 plus the attack buffs. That is the lowest rate of normal attack damage. So if our normal attack damage is 1000, it becomes 2000. And imagine 2000 in rapid fire. People literally give wrecked 14 rounds in 7 rounds attack. Because when you are charging every round in the gameplay, people don't understand that. Every round here in the game is 0.7% second. 0.7 second. Every 5 seconds, which is 7 rounds, you get skill damage, skill recharge, visual charge, and you get apply damage, which is huge. But Fragger and Sendon gives you 14 rounds, while you are giving 7 rounds. That is when they become ridiculously strong. Imagine fighting a Gatling gun pointed at you. That is exactly the result from Sidon and Fifaga. And they still strong. That is why when you are at season 2, you must learn your lesson well. Pick one hero that you will invest on a little bit, like save it in the back. Don't use it much. Don't work on it much. Work on in your primary hero first, which you selected from season 1. Something you will automatically do by passive. Like after you have your identity, you will magic. No, I switch it to cavalry because cavalry was awesome. I discovered infantry. Infantry was much better to me. Some people get a self-conflict about it. So I avoid it here. But here, at season 2, you have 60 days. You're matured enough in the game. Time to pick yourself. Which type of player you are. So pick a hero. And one. Don't pick multi. You are fun to play. You are not low spender. You are not the others. Now let's go. Well, thank you. I hope at least it works. Like I am not talking to myself as a madman. You are now having reached to this. T4 was a problem for you because you spend too much time till you reach that level. So now your target is 1 million T4. That is your lowest thing you must make. Train another 500,000. This time it will be harder because T3 and T2 was easier to train at the early days, then you started to retrain them to T4. But here you spend a lot of time. So this will be the hardest task. It will be the hardest. It doesn't matter which type of army you will select because at the end of the day you want to fill the stack. I didn't fill it except at the very final. I managed to get one army. That army is mages. So yes, it is the hardest. So as long as you are passing 1 million, you are doing good in the game. Sometimes I do live every day, sometimes not because to find the content to make in the game is little hard. And to collect some content to make a worse video. So if anyone wanted to watch my video, can have a good time. Like the old guides, the 3 guides I made before this. So yes, it is a little hard, not every day, but I try my best to make a good content. And the keyword is to make it fun, which is something harder for me. So now you invested in inspiration goals. Without further ado, this is low spender. Low spender. I wanted to keep myself up. This is what I should do all time. So yes, same here too. Ghost fund. But here I don't have ghost fund. Because ghost fund is once you spend on it. So from fun to play perspective, it happened only once. You don't spend it again. So the question here, what should I spend? Here comes the surprising part. Second hero from the choice. Why second hero? If I'm Archer, I want to become Archer player. Kenara, Fefurger, Sindarin, all these are good choices. See you later. I hope someone else will watch it too. And good luck. I hope you can watch it again if you want. Second hero and monthly packs. If you want to get good time in the game, I want to gain much gems. I want to gain much freedom of choice. Because at the end of the day, freedom of choice here is related to 3 aspects. My gems, I want to spend it on anything I want, I desire. I want to get a good hero. I want to get a good offer from the VIB. I want to get good resources. In multiple cases, it will always pay back because at the end of the day, you are talking about 1,500 gems in daily basis. You can get good money from it. You can unlock from here your hero, your desired hero, and you will always get an excellent amount because 30 days multiplied in this, that means 45,000. 45,000 gems is something worse because you can upgrade, for example, your Valley Beacon, Valley Beacon, 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 Valley Beacon. Valley Beacon will always be something important for you for your T5 progress. You will always upgrade it to the fullest. Season shop or not, you will always have a problem about getting a T5, the early access to T5. because everyone understands how hard it is to get t5, and you have to jump to this. And if you are calculating value building, yes, it is value building. Now let's go here. 1000, 1001. All these will cost you a fortune of money. So yes, Valley Beacon is gonna be hardest. Upgrading it, upgrading the towers, upgrading other stuff. It will be painful, but it will be also understandable why you must go through it. So make sure you are doing it right and try always your best. So for those spenders, you will always pick your heroes. Artifacts, the new heroes, the new artifacts. They all gives you the same equivalent. Mm, Raiding villages and all that will be good important for you. But police style, all that will be another topic to invest on. Because policies will always change. If I made a topic today, it will always backfire tomorrow. So I avoid telling you what type of policies or what type of grading you can do. But in to-do list, here comes the extra work. Like I told you here, VIP season tickets, pick one hero, and 1 million T4. Here comes the big catch. Always season tickets. Like this is your to-do list all time. VIP leveling. Pick one hero. All this saved. You don't even think about it. But here comes the big catch. Here 1 million. No matter how many millions you have will after that. Once you fill the cap, it doesn't matter how many times you will do it again. Because you will rely on X, you will rely on other aspects according to your own strategy. Because here, City Hall 22. You can be always 22, but you will always upgrade. So what is Season B2 about? What is the change? What is the twist here? Actually, it is one simple change. Maxing all your artifacts. If you didn't achieve it in Season 2, people can understand. If you reached level 40 in Season 1, people can understand. But if you don't have level 60 in every single uh, artifact you have, it will backfire on you badly. People performing badly in the game because they can't understand how much important it is to buff your artifact. Artifact 6 stars. I gain the maximum benefit. But here, 3 levels less. Look at my effectiveness in the battlefield. And that a lot same heals. Defend Warped. I may drop it for high wage skill earning so I can gain extra round to achieve my fight. Look here. Look here. Do you see the gap between the two? In the wage calculation, I gain extra round. I make extra strategy here. But I will lose badly all the time because simply if I don't have maxed artifact, maxed technology, maxed X, maxed Y, I won't be in the same ground as my enemy. So all the time, think carefully about that. All these artifacts must be level 60. Once you reach all the times, all this must be 60. Whenever you earn them, whenever you get them, is all of them, regardless of what they are. Like for example, I will never ever be a garrison captain. I will never ever be a garrison captain. But at the end of the day, garrison will help me in my city. So a garrison artifact to be level 60 will pay back. Fang defense, all legions can wear it, and all legions will gain it. Max out. I have, as a mage type, I must care a lot about my mage artifact. So 40. This I earned it early. I made it level 30, and I still gaining to get it because it's defense and healing. I didn't give it much care compared to the offense because I want high skill damage. I have a hero who gives buff skill damage, so yes, it has synergy. So on your to-do list, all these artifacts, regardless of who you are, must be level 60. Even these, level 60. Why? If your army got attacked, high HP will save you. High load, less army will save you. And you will farm a lot, more than anyone. So all these pays back. I was using the codex for hunting darklings. If level 50, it will pays back. If I am using one of these, like for example this one, which is good engineering, if I made it high level engineering, max level engineering, fast building, fast rewarding, that can be maxed. But if you wanted to be a tank player, infantry player from season 1 will understand my words carefully. This can be maxed to its max level, which is 40, and high needed. Unlike the rest, like the rest you can garbage, you can throw them away. Also, these are important because if you are maxing them level in level perspective, you will end the high gathering speed, load capacity. It pays back. It pays back in wonderful ways, but you don't want to care about them. It's up to you. But trust me, even in farming, people miss a lot of gathering and events and score because they can't match the speed required. Imagine 50% buff along the 50% you can get from YouTube. That is a lot. And like I said, so all these have one respected matter. It's up to you to think in any way you want. At the end of the day, these are losses and gains according to what you need. So make sure you gain all the merits you want. Because at the end of the day, what you are investing on is up to you. People will tell you to pick a low pet, but that is also it is right. It is fun to play activity and well and low spender. I am not going to go for low pets. I am telling you here about one thing: how to gain the right budget. Like if I am using gems, which is what about investing is topic today. All these are gems, all the gems usage, all your money usage. Low pets are important, but they are total different topic. Like you must select carefully the heroes. You must select X. That is why I will make them in separated video. Like when I made the heroes and Opets together, then I will make the talents and Opets along. Because hero talents are important and the critical will play critical role about how to explain it, how to explain your artifacts, how to explain your usage very well. So yeah, it will be totally complicated to explain in one go. So for your to-do list, if you are not into cavalry of season 2, you can pick your chance by having season text. If infantry of season 2 wasn't enough for you, save text. So pick one hero is more important here because now you are in the new cycle. If you don't pick it now, you will wait till another 4 seasons so you can have the chance to get you the hero you desire from the same selections, same type. Infantry, marksman, archery, flying even flying will be important. So yeah, all of them plays a role. If I am told you to pick your regular monster packs and second hero, so now you have the other one. So these are all the two will be, yeah, everyone knows select the new hero, select the new artifact. It will be the same. So all this will be same. But there is a catch. What is going to be the change here in my to-do list? So all these are my to-do list. So what is my second thing? Like what is the choice that if I did, I will make a big hit in the new season like B2 if I catch it B2. I'm not catching B2. I am going to have T2 or whatever the new season will be or season 3 because clearly we are entering season 3 finally because Zayda and Magod are treated as season 3 heroes. So for sure they will play critical role. Second hero from that choice. Fix it. If I choose here a second hero, I will choose here a third hero. But I don't want to spend all time in heroes. I want to spend on stuff that makes me happy to see. So what is the thing that will make me happy? When you are getting older in the seasons, you will always stuck in the hero wheel. That is why choosing specific hero at specific type will always help out. People who are outshot will pick Zayda. So that will be third hero. People who got Gauge, who got happy with Gauge Skoggle will not pick Zayda. They will enjoy Fefraga. So basically, this pays back. But this won't. Because it is a new cycle. And if you are not ready enough to select your carefully choices, it will backfire. Because that is low spender. I'm not talking about a whale who is ready to spend $2,000 in the game. I am talking about the low ones. The ones who can spend 100, 200 in the entire month, and that will be it. So these two pays back. These three will pay back. But what is the new? What is the twist? What will make me want to spend in the game in a safe way without any regrets? I made here VIP leveling. Here, it will be something ironically I didn't want to make a fun of it. But invest on Treaty and the house. Treaty and house. Treaty will always be important because if you reach it rally 25 at high speed, you will catch up the rest and you can get a T5 access. But here is a catch. Look at the money we're going to spend. All these are treaty, which if you doubled it in 10, you will get the desired requirement. So let's say I am from that perspective, I will start 1,400 plus 1,500. Oh, let's return again. Shit, I hate it. 1,200 plus 1,500. 2,500. Let's plus that 1,750. All this in gems. If you multiply it in gems, that means 44,500 gems to upgrade 3 levels. 2,000. That means 20,000 gems plus 2,500 plus 3,000 plus 5,000 multiply in 10. That is your total amount you need to spend on the game to get that treaty of the valley from level 19 to 25. The good news, if you spend extra, you can get it back at scrapping. And you can select from these what you desire. That is the good news. The bad news, it's a lot of money. So it will take its time. So in to-do list, once you reach that stage, it becomes a cycle. You enter the cycle of heroes. You don't anymore select the hero you don't want, or you are forced to invest on as a backup or backup. No, no, no. You are now enter to your own choices. It's become many days already in the game. You spend more than 2 seasons. You are now selecting your style in the game, and you are mature enough to understand which style by the game experience that you desire. Mesh type, cavalry type, ultra type, all infantry type. All these will have their own styles, and you are understanding them too well. So from here, second hero choice for Lost Vendors, here, Tweety and Ouse. I didn't pick a hero. I picked Tuhar. By season text. I am going to save extra season text for the future Mage Hero in the next seasons. I already selected my own type. I am Mage. Some people will select the Archer. Some people will select X. Some people will select Y. So at the end of the day, this is your to-do list at investing. From all these, by colors. Wales will always select the heroes. All heroes. It won't matter much. Even if they are special type players. But here, Los Benders always focus on these two along the choice. Like here, Ghost Fund. Not anymore, Ghost Fund exists anymore. So now you are going to second hero. Now Treaty and Ouse. Why? T5 bogus. T5 is now your task. You wanted to fly up to match the other players. You wanted to get T5 access. Because here, 1 million T4. You are now after 1 million. All your armies will must have exceeding the amount required to get the capacity. That is why it doesn't matter anymore your personal goals in training your units, because you are now going to rely on your own policies to gain the elixir and the required daily healing. So training become not a big pain or painful to try on by aging in the game. So when you are aging in the game, it become useful. That is why it changed from more units to maxing your artifacts. Because if you don't max your artifacts, you will lose critical value, which is having all the potential value from your legions as buffs, as debuffs. Start by your first two artifacts that you select. For me, it is the Fang because Legion defense means general defense. I can use it whenever I want. As a mage player, Phoenix Eye, of course, is going to be my best and most important artifact to get. But after that, by time, defense wins. Since it is magic defense, I can switch between these two at the start and I gain my wins. Because it doesn't matter, there is no cooldown in using the artifact, except the battlefield itself. So yes, I gain my stuff, even here. Not useful for me. This is more useful because infantry we use much more in their defense capabilities than damage. So why I go for less buff in reality aspect compared to the larger buff. Because at the end of the day, if you are going to invest on artifact, you must understand the basics of that buff on your legion itself. Try to guess how much attack you will gain. This is the lowest attack from all the physical units. And the lowest in all the game. Because Magic even have much better set. But here, so 60% on this or 60% attack on this. At the end of the day, it is you who will decide his game. But I am doing my part here. That is why in investing in artifacts, it doesn't matter which artifact you will do, wrong choice or right choice, as long as you understand what your basic unit state about, you will understand which artifact you will use. Because people will always go offensive in Archer. They don't have high health or high defense, but they are excellent at damage. While the others gonna have their own perspective. So yes, with this I end the stream. Everyone understood now what they need from all the packages. You can buy the small things, the small events, the small rewards, but at the end of the day, if you want to get your safe zone in investing in the game without any problem, this is going to be your to-do list. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. If anyone wanted to join the show, subscribe if you new to the channel. Good luck to everyone from the future, all the people who view my stream and leave. And thank you all for coming today. We are going to make a next series about the war pets and hero talents, because hero talents are now something important people need to understand. So that's it. See you guys later. Goodbye.